NBA2K.
So amazing, undefeated, who could see him, who could beat him?
What's up, 2K fans? Dom 2K on the mic, and welcome to a Throwback Tuesday. This is gonna fall on because I'm not waiting till Thursday to post this. I could have waited, but whatever. TBT, you know, you guys can decide what it stands for. Today we're actually doing a little bit of a mini what if scenario because this is not gonna span more than one video. My last what if scenario was with I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it. It was with the 07 Cavs, and it turned out to be multiple episodes. You can go check that one out if you want to see it. It was actually a little series. However, this is just an experiment, so I guess I'm going to call the playlist mini what if scenarios. And it's only going to be one video. So, as you know, if you've been keeping up with the NBA this summer, a lot of weird stuff happened with the rosters. New super team got created, and even more weird, the Bulls got rid of Derrick Rose, which really shocked me when it happened because for some reason, well, not really for some reason, it was just kind of looked at as Derrick Rose, you know, from Chicago. I thought he was going to play there his whole career, maybe bring them a championship one day, and then they got rid of him. You know, he couldn't stay healthy. They were tired of waiting. Went ahead and got rid of him and formed their new big, I guess you can call it Big Three. We'll see how that works out. But anyways, he made an interesting comment probably about a week or a week and a half ago now, and he said the people are saying that the Knicks and Warriors are the new super teams, and I found that interesting because yeah, people are definitely saying the Warriors are a super team with Kevin Durant and everybody else on there. But I have not heard anybody in the year 2016 call the Knicks a super team. Now, that's no disrespect to their roster because I do think that if they stay healthy, they're definitely going to be major players in the East. But super team, I would honestly have to back up about 4 or 5 years to call them a super team. Back when Derrick Rose, you know, proved he could still play at the MVP level. Back when, in a land before time, Noah was actually getting MVP votes. Yeah, I don't know if any of you remember that, but there was a time when Derrick Rose got hurt. And Noah was actually doing everything, rebounding, passing, even some scoring. And I really think he got some an MVP vote the year that they beat Brooklyn in the playoffs. I think. Don't hold me to that. But he was actually a really good piece. And if him and the MVP Derrick Rose would have gotten to play together, that would have been amazing to see. But anyways, I got really interested. I was like, well, rather than just joke about it, let's see. If the year was, you know, 2011, 2012, would Derrick Rose and Noah actually been able to win a championship with the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony? Because this is back when Melo was a bit younger too, and he was better than he is now. And it's interesting because just a couple of years ago, I think 2014 summer, when LeBron went back to Cleveland, people were, you know, urging Melo to go to the Bulls, and he didn't go there, so it seems the Bulls just brought themselves to him. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. Let me show you guys what I kind of worked out with the rosters, because this is 4 years ago, so I definitely had to backtrack a little bit. And here's the Knicks roster. I guess I'll go ahead and play that for now. So, what I ended up doing, obviously, I got Derrick Rose here. I don't know why he's number 1. I could have sworn I changed that. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I actually did end up creating Kristaps Porzingis. I really had a long debate with myself whether I was going to leave him on or off the roster because it was 4 years ago. But I wanted to put the exact Knicks roster from today in, you know, yesterday's league and see what they could do because, you know, they have Jennings, who back then was a 16 point per game scorer. You know, this is back when he was actually pretty good before he tore his Achilles and everything. Courtney Lee, this is only a couple of years after he went to the championship with the Magic. He looked like he was going to be pretty good. And he's a decent player. But the real reason I went ahead and went through making Kristaps Porzingis is because the rest of this roster, I didn't realize is pretty bad when you think about it. After you get past Courtney Lee, you got Sasha Vujacic, you got Earl Clark. Turiaf isn't going to play. He's just here to fill out the roster. You got Ahmedson and Kevin Seraphin and a couple of European guys I've never heard of. Then they signed another guy today who I'm not even going to bother. I know he wasn't in this game. I've never heard of him. So, we have all the important pieces here. We have Rose, we got Jennings, Lee, Porzingis. Porzingis in 16 is rated a 79, and it's really hard. 2K16 has added so much stuff since then. I looked at the NBA 2K16 ratings for him, and I matched it as well as I could. For here, obviously, there's a lot more customizations options now than there was back in 2K12. So creating Kristaps Porzingis was pretty annoying, but I did it. I got him at the height of 7'3", got him at his playing weight, and I got him pretty close to his rating today. So he still hasn't reached his potential. So it's not like he's a major player in this. Well, he kind of is actually. He's pretty good, but you know, he's not a game changer in the sense of like Melo or Rose and any of these guys. So yeah, that's what we got with the Knicks. All right, and you see we are here. We're gonna periodically be making stops throughout the simulation just to see, you know, how certain players are doing, team records, stats, all kinds of things of that sort, just so to be a little bit more detailed. And this is gonna be surprisingly. Does he say he wants? Oh, he wants to be in Orlando. Ha ha ha! I think we all know how that turned out. It's funny looking back at these old headlines. Yeah, this is going to be surprisingly difficult for the Knicks, though, when you think about it, because I did not know their roster really wasn't all that complete yet. I mean, of course, guys like Kevin Seraphin are a little bit better, Earl Clark, a little bit better than they were in 2012, but whatever. They have MVP Rose and a younger Noah and Melo to make up for it, and Jennings behind Rose is going to be very interesting. Which brings me to the rotations, actually. Definitely want to make sure the rotations are correct. I did beforehand, but I think I had to restart. Without further ado, let's get to the calendar and start simulating now. Okay, this is good. I like this a little bit better. So you can simulate by month and kind of see what's going on with that instead of just stopping at random points. I'll just simulate by month. So I'm going to simulate all games, and they start off narrowly beating the Heat. Wow, this is going really fast. Okay, we're gonna have to pause and go back what happened, because it doesn't simulate this fast in 2K16. So yeah, they took their fair share of L's. They ended the first month 9-6, but I mean, they got off to a good start, beating the Miami Heat and all. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to see the box score. And yes, just like we wanted, you see Porzingis putting in some work already. 19 points, 12 rebounds. That might be a little bit overrated compared. He can do that in real life. I shouldn't say that. Of course, MVP Derrick Rose never does this anymore with the 27 points. And Melo putting a hot 30 in. Who did they lose to? They lost to Detroit. They beat OKC. Wow, they destroyed OKC, and OKC went to the finals that year. Lost to Utah. Wow, and Denver. So this is hilarious, because look at this. They blow out and beat the teams that they're not. You wouldn't think they would beat. I mean, they blew out OKC. They blew out the Lakers, and then they beat Miami. But the only team they took any L's to are ones that you wouldn't expect. Look at this. Philadelphia. I mean, they were halfway decent. Oh, no. They didn't lose that. My bad. Oh, the Nets. Yeah, they took an L to the Nets. That's weird. Wow. But, you know, so far, so good. So let's move on to the next month. I think what I'll do, I'll look at probably, you know, what they're averaging as far as points and all that after this month. I don't want to do that for every month. Okay, loss to the Spurs. That's understandable. Look at this. The Trailblazers have presented me with an offer of LaMarcus Aldridge and Gerald Wallace for Carmelo Anthony. Now, that's funny. I won't do that, obviously, because I don't want to ruin the what-if scenario, but it's just funny that they offered that. Keep going, and we did really stop offering me trades. I gotta turn that off. Next time it asks me, I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, so they actually did really good getting going into the new year. The Knicks are now 20-11. That's about what you would expect. I mean, they're doing pretty good with this roster. They lost to the Spurs. That's understandable, but it was a respectable loss. And they went on a, let's see, no win streak here. It just looks like a win streak. Lost to Boston. That's understandable. But, I mean, for the most part, they beat everybody they were supposed to. They destroyed the Clippers one night and then came back and got destroyed by them. So, that's funny there. And they actually beat Boston. Okay, so they beat Boston once. So far, so good. Let's just take a look at what they're doing as far as statistics. Or just league leaders in general. So, of course, LeBron James is running over the league. We don't even have a top 5 scorer. Okay, my bad. Let me narrow this down a little bit. Player stats. There we go. So far, Derrick Rose is leading with 25 points a game. 6.5 assists a game. God, don't you guys miss this D Rose? I really, really miss this D Rose right here. I pray he's able to do this again. Carmelo Anthony, 21 points, 7 rebounds. Of course, that's what you would expect for him. Yeah, and this is pretty respectable from Porzingis, too. I didn't do a bad job creating him. 12 points, 5 rebounds. I don't know exactly what his averages are. I'll probably pull that up and, like, write it on the screen later. And, of course, probably going to be the 6th man in the year right here. Jennings coming off with 12 points. Courtney Lee averaging 8. This is actually a pretty good roster. And Noah, yeah, look at this. This is really good. Noah with 11 rebounds. So far, the Knicks are doing what you would have expected in the year 2012. They are doing pretty respectable. Their players are doing pretty respectable, doing what they're supposed to do for the year, you know, for the year that it is. So I could go 2 months. We're almost at the playoffs. I'll just keep going month by month, whatever, so we can kind of see what's happening. All right, so no more trade messages. Jesus Christ, stop trying to trade me players. I don't want your players. We're fine. The Knicks have won 5 games in a row. Okay, let's see if we can get more. Okay, and we take an L immediately to OKC. Okay, so we had an average month. It looks like our record went to 29-17. All right, not bad, not bad. I don't really understand this L to Toronto. They weren't that good back then. Did we play? Okay, that's our second time playing OKC. So second time playing OKC, they split. So that might actually be the finals. If the Knicks are to go to the finals in this, they will probably play OKC out of the West. OKC or the Spurs, because that's who was running things back then. Or you know what? This was the year. Yeah. Okay, now this was actually 2 years after the Lakers. So, and we beat the Heat again by 2 points. Look at this. The one team that they're probably gonna have to beat to get out of the get to the finals is the Miami Heat, and they're doing good at that so far. Carmelo and Rose really have their way with Miami, so that is a really interesting thing there. Nah, okay, nothing we haven't seen before. Let's move on. Golden State. I should have put. Oh, no. Simulate all games. Okay, there we go. I don't want to make that mistake again. And there are 2 weeks left into the trade deadline. I said no trade messages. Hey, look at this. The Miami Heat are offering Chris Bosh. They can't beat us, so they want to trade us for Noah and Porzingis. They would really give us Chris Bosh and Haslam for Noah and Porzingis. Not going to happen. I really like what we have going right now, actually. No, I don't care about that. Oh, I thought it froze. This game is old, you know. I thought it froze. I got scared. One player named the All-Star team. Who got named to the All-Star team? 2 players named the All-Star team. Okay, cool. And continue simulating. Alright, so yeah, this was a pretty average month for us. We took a lot of L's. We took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 L's we took that month. That's not pretty. And they were 2 teams, again, that we probably should have beaten. Should have beaten Washington and Indiana. And probably Golden State back then. They weren't that good. Is Steph Curry busting 40 already in 2012? No, it's Monte Ellis. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Monte still had it. He had it back then. Monte was a bad boy for y'all. For those of y'all who didn't get to see him, he could really put us some buckets. And we finally lost to Miami. After they tried to trade us Bosh, we took a L. And oh my God. James went off. He had a triple-double. 40, 10, and 11. 4 steals. Yeah, he went off on us finally. Yeah. If he has performances like that, we probably will not make the NBA Finals. Now let's go ahead and move on to March. Try to get through this. No. Let's go ahead and simulate all games. Uh-oh. Look at all these. Oh my God. Look at those L's. We lost like 6 in a row. Are we gonna make the playoffs? Oh, that is scary. We're 41-32. We should. Damn, we slipped. This was a bad month. Look at all the. Oh my goodness. L's all across the board. I think that one loss to Miami really broke their spirit. So let's cross our fingers and hope we don't lose every game, or else there will be no playoffs for us. Okay, let's go. And oh God, there's an L. Okay, we made the playoffs, so good. That's a sigh of relief, because look at all these L's we're taking. This is ridiculous. We lost like. Did somebody get hurt? I think somebody got hurt. Okay, cool. So okay, so let's go ahead and sum all this up before we go ahead and get to the playoffs. So what we did here, the Knicks finished in 5th place. They just barely improved their record. So I think their record was 40-42 without Rose and Noah. With Rose and Noah, they got 44-38. They barely did any better. That's with this 2016 roster, that is fairly surprising, honestly. But like I said, they don't have a bench, so you know. That's that. And the Magic are there. The Heat. I'm really, I'm mad. I'm pissed that I left the Bulls in, because that's not really realistic for 2012. But they'll probably be dealt with. Whatever. If we have to beat them, we probably will. And the Suns finished first. Look at this. The Suns finished 50-32 in 2012. And forgive me if my memory's just giving out on me after this many years, but I don't remember the Suns. Yeah, they do not. That's not a first place roster right there. I mean, Vince Carter, that's not the Toronto Vince Carter, so I don't really know what's going on there. Let me get back to where I was. We'll look at all that in a minute. Yeah, so there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna be playing the Magic in the first round. Hopefully we can get past them. And as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Thunder got a seed. How ass backward is that? Look at this. The Thunder, who actually made the finals in this year, got a seed. And the Suns, who I don't even think made the playoffs in 2012. They didn't make the playoffs in 2012 as far as I can remember. They got first seed. That is 2K's hilarious. Like, I don't know, they're just playing tricks on us. That is hilarious that actually happened. Just a little quick peek at the stats. League leaders, of course, LeBron's probably going to get MVP. Monster stats, 32 points a game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. KD did really good. For some reason his team did really bad. And Derrick Rose, okay, he finished up there. He finished in the top 10. That's all we really wanted. I'm really only concerned with my player stats, honestly. And yeah, I mean, this is about what you would expect from the scoring split in 2012. Rose, you know, MVP Rose, 24, almost 7 right there. Carmelo Anthony, his scoring went down. Obviously, they had to share the ball with Rose, and then Porzingis as well back then, so his points got cut. And Brandon Jennings. Noah had a decent season, 6 points, but he averaged double-digit rebounds, so that's very good. But you know, this is the frightening part. This is the part that I knew was gonna catch up. Is that we just don't have a bench. There's no bench here. There's no bench. This team relies on 6 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 players the team relies on. So, yeah, good luck with that in the playoffs. I absolutely do not see that winning a championship. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there so, you know, there's no surprises. How do I get out of this? It's been a long time since I played this game. It's been so long since I played this game. I don't even remember. Okay, there we go. So, we're going to go ahead and get to... simulate through date. Does this game at least have a playoff tree so we can, like, you know, see the playoffs? There we go. Okay, so like I said, LeBron James won MVP, which is yeah, he won MVP back then in 2012. Kristaps Porzingis got Rookie of the Year in 2012. Cool, averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds. I think I did a fairly good job recreating what he did in 15? I have to go back and look at his points per game. Honestly, don't hold me to that. I'm going to put him on the screen and compare them. I don't want to break the commentary and look. Lamar Odom got 6th Man of the Year over Brandon Jennings. Ben Wallace, old man Ben, only averaged a point, but got Defensive Player of the Year with his blocks, and yeah, he did really good job rebounding too. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's move on. Don't really care about all this. And we're going to go ahead and see what happens by the round. So, I think we're probably going to get eliminated by the Magic. I don't know. Dwight Howard was a beast back then. I just kind of see that as the thing. I think that's the move right here. And, okay. I thought it was going to freeze. You know, this game is old. So, let's just go ahead and just... No, not simulate playoffs. Simulate round. Okay, so... And New York has been eliminated. Just like I said. In the first round, we got eliminated in a 7th game. 7-game series. Wow. I'm a little bit pissed about that. I was yeah, see, Dwight Howard, this guy was just a monster. Look at this. 40 and 15 in the 7th game. 29 and 19. He dominated Joakim Noah. Good lord. Look at this. 35 and 18. Oh my. Okay, he slowed down a little bit. You know, let's just go look at his playoff averages real quick. Dwight Howard, good god. We forget how much of a beast he was. I was at his game, actually, against the Hawks in, what was that, 2011? When I think he had a career high in points. Like, he was that type of beast back then. A lot of you guys hate on Dwight. You don't remember what he could do. But, you know, before the injuries that he had, Dwight Howard was one of the better centers we had ever seen. Look at these averages, 26 and 16. I wouldn't put it past him to beat Miami with stats like that, because Eric Dampier and Joel Anthony are not going to hold him. So, alright, well, the Knicks have been eliminated. There goes the experiment. Just like I said, no bench, no championship. But, you know, I'm going to at least see who actually wins the championship. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see. And it ends up being the Bulls beating the Celtics. Of course, the Celtics, like I said, it was a stroke of luck. We were in the Eastern Conference Finals anyways that year. And, okay, 2K fixed itself. 2K did fix itself. Oklahoma, even though they were an A seed, they're still likely going to make the finals here. They have 2011 champions versus the 2012 Western Conference champions. And actually, you know what? This is... Okay, now this is almost how the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals went. They had Chicago, and they had Oklahoma, and they had Miami. But I think it was the Spurs, actually, yeah, because the Mavericks got beaten like the first round by Oklahoma. So I expect nothing different here. Please don't let my screw up ruin this, because I really screwed up with the Bulls here. Oh, thank God. Whew. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, because I really ruined that one by having the Bulls like have Amari Stoudemire and whatnot in the place of Derrick Rose. They were still really good, I forgot, and giving them Stoudemire in the place really you know, kept them afloat. But whatever, they got eliminated in the end. And 2012 is a rematch of 2011. That's what 2K12 thinks. And Miami actually should win this time around because they should have won the first time. And the Heat won. Yeah, the Heat won in 7. The Heat should have. This is how 2011 should have went in any version of this. If it took 7 games, if it took 6 games, the Miami Heat should have beaten the Dallas Mavericks. And, well, 2K12 has is that how I say it? Righted that wrong. It looks like most of these were blowouts, too. Wow, look at that. That is the most uneventful 7-game series ever. Look at the scores up there. You have, like, this is ridiculous. All of these were blowouts. Wow. This is almost like the Golden State Cleveland series. Everything but the 7th game was a blowout. That had to be boring. So, there you go. There's our little experiment. I guess of course, no surprises there. LeBron, Finals MVP. He did every damn thing else that year. So, why not? And that is the experiment. The 2012, if you were to put the 2016 Knicks in 2012, well, they wouldn't win the championship. They would improve by a couple of games. I beg to differ, honestly. I think if you would have had a MVP Derrick Rose with, Noah and Melo, I kind of think they would have been a little bit better than, 5th seed in the East back then. I mean, they would have definitely rivaled the Miami Heat. I think 2K Simulation was just a bit off with that. But then, you got to give 2K Simulation a break, too, because their bench is kind of horrible, too. When you talk about Sasha Vujacic basically being the next best player after Jennings, I mean, that's tough to deal with. They really had no backup. And even today, I don't know what backup they have there now. So, anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed. That was our little mini what-if scenario. I'll probably dig back into some old 2Ks for some more what-if scenarios in the future. If you have any you want to see, let me know. But ultimately, I make those type of decisions. It's just if you have any recommendations, you can leave those. Thanks for watching.